Hey guys, want to make fun of some commercials?
Has the end of summer got you down? Then consult your doctor about...
That's right, ask your doctor about adversaries. Your doctor might respond with, can we talk about something other than internet videos like, oh, I don't know, your health maybe? But ignore him. Talk about us.
The pharmaceutical industry spends an estimated $2.5 billion annually on advertising.
Just all around town spending that green. Frivolous things.
Now, if you're American, you're probably used to seeing ads for Prozac and Zoloft, but it's actually not the norm. All Western nations, with the exception of New Zealand and the US, have banned direct advertising of pharmaceuticals to consumers. So now you know New Zealand for being the hobbit place and also the place where people are allowed to hawk Zoloft on TV.
The only other place. Coincidentally, there's also commercials for New Zealand here in the United States.
One of my first culture shocks coming from the UK to the US was seeing the pharmaceutical advertisements on TV. I say one of the first culture shocks because the very first one was all the flags everywhere. But they are actually really helpful when you forget which country you're in, like the last time I was shit-faced. Dry heaving into the air and nothing was coming out. Anyway, back to the point. I had just moved to the US from the UK, and I saw one of my medications being advertised on the TV. And it's weird because one of the first thoughts I had was, did my psychiatrist prescribe me some weak shit that you can just get off of the shelf at Walgreens? So casual that it gets its own television ad sandwiched in between a department store and a new burger at Burger King.
To be fair, the Angry Whopper, not bad.
But it wasn't my rascal psychiatrist, it really was just medication on TV. Serious medication that you have to ask a doctor about.
Oh, and you better ask the doctor about it. Ask the doctor. But if you think about the fact that Ashleigh is from a different country that is not that dissimilar from our own, it makes it all the more strange for me to think that I've lived my entire life with almost every commercial break populated by at least one of these things. And it makes me wonder just how much of my opinion on medication and the people who take it is informed by these commercials.
So we got the sad music, the very low saturation. This is depression world we're in right now. The depression zone.
Silent Hill. The fog rolls in.
Even when you're taking an antidepressant, you may still be struggling with depression.
You know how in the fine print before it said actor portrayal, as if you could somehow mistake this for a real interaction between two people? The actors know that this is absurd.
To be fair, we've all been there. Like, if someone approaches you in the supermarket, we've all wanted to just blank them with a sheet of paper.
You try to put on a brave face, but inside the symptoms linger.
This guy is even better.
In fact, 2 out of 3 people taking an
That guy's literally doing the I can't smile, I can't smile, I can't smile expression. That's a good way to get a promotion though. Just sit at your meetings and hold up a smiley face.
Lewis, do you have any ideas today, or are you just going to hide behind that stupid fucking sign?
antidepressant may still experience unresolved symptoms. When added to your current antidepressant,
She looks pissed.
Yeah, she's just like, you know what? Fuck this. This is dumb.
REXULTI, brexpiprazole.
Notice they didn't go to the close-up full shot of her. It's because they couldn't get one. She looked like angry.
She looked like she was gonna straight up murder someone.
Has been shown to reduce symptoms of depression. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior, worsening depression, or thoughts of suicide. Call your doctor if you have high fever, stiff muscles, and confusion.
Like if you think it's a good idea to carry around a smiley face to hide behind. That's confusion. Just so we're clear.
Okay, so now we've entered the side effect realm. People are enjoying themselves, living it up, while a voice talks about suicide and erections.
High blood sugar was reported with REXULTI, and in extreme cases can lead to coma or death. Other risks.
I like how he is not putting that face down. He is keeping it. He's like, you know what? I might need this. Yeah.
Coma or death. Sounds reasonable.
Much better.
Or increased cholesterol, weight gain, decreased white blood cells.
Oh, we put it in the pocket. Guess we need it a lot less.
No, back pocket means quick draw.
Ah.
His friends and family will think, oh, he's not gonna do that stupid face thing anymore, but no. Happy in the front, weirdo in the back.
Which can be serious. Dizziness on standing, seizures, trouble swallowing, and impaired judgment or motor skills. Talk to your doctor about adding REXULTI and feel better about facing the world.
Is that really how it works? You go in, sit down with your doctor, and the first words out your mouth are, hey, let's talk about REXULTI. Why? Are you feeling depressed? Yes. Can I have that one specific drug? Really? Like, unless you went to medical school, should you really be dictating which brand of antidepressants you take? Is that really something you should be able to go shopping for?
You're not helping me, Doc. You know, the TV said that REXULTI would help me, and you're not giving me REXULTI. I asked my doctor, I asked you about REXULTI, and you're not doing anything. I might have to go to a different doctor. One that might give me REXULTI.
I just want to put my happy face away. I want to be able to look my kids in the eyes.
My kids don't even know what I look like.
As a mental health PSA type commercial, this would have been kinda not so great, but the fact that they're doing this shit to sell pills is ridiculous.
And you bring up a really good point, because imagine if this was a PSA, if it was a thing informing you about mental health. It's basically saying that depressed people have to be depressed 24/7. If they're acting happy, it's a mask, it's fake. They're lying to me.
Depression, the condition, is a lot more than just me so sad. It has so many different symptoms, a lot of them physical.
Insurance companies routinely investigate claims in a manner that they might go through your Facebook page and find that you were acting happy one day in some photos and go, look at this. Evidence to deny the claim. And if you think that's conspiracy trash, it's absolutely not. There are multiple articles on this subject from reputable news outlets, from feminist ones like Bitch Media all the way up to Forbes, looking through their personal lives and files and testimonies to doctors that were on record, complaints, anything that might indicate there is some sort of base for denying a claim. It doesn't matter how petty, it doesn't matter how ridiculous. If you post onto Facebook that you were happy one day, that smiley face can get your insurance claim denied. In a lot of people's cases, that means not getting your medication, because medication isn't cheap. And the weirdest thing about this is it's from the companies that develop these medicines that would in theory get paid for by the insurance that reinforces these bad stereotypes. This commercial does it very literally with the smiley face mask thing, but countless other commercials have made this sort of subconscious assertion that depressed people can't have a good day.
Basically, if your lifestyle isn't literally the song Mad World 24/7, then you're not actually depressed. Come on.
But depression medication commercials don't just constantly reinforce ableist stereotypes. Oh, there's other stereotypes they're pretty good at reinforcing too.
I struggle with bipolar depression.
Amy's story about her bipolar depression, literally right below it, actor portrayal. So it's not really Amy's story, is it? It's fucking random actor pretending to be Amy's story.
It is a story.
Yeah, cool story. Okay, let's hear Amy's story.
And it's hard.
Oh damn, she's a really good artist.
She's on par with Billy Madison and his Blue Duck.
Pretty sure I have seen that on Divine Art.
I miss out on life's little moments. So I talked to my doctor, and he prescribed Latuda.
There are many forms of depression. Latuda is FDA approved to treat bipolar depression.
Hey. I heard you can hook me up with Latuda. Can you?
Which is different from other types of depression. In clinical studies, once-a-day Latuda was proven effective for many people struggling with bipolar depression. Latuda is not for everyone. Call your doctor about unusual mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts.
Okay, so we're back in the side effect zone where you've got scenes of bliss and happiness with voiceovers of horrible things, terrible, often permanent side effects.
I spend time with my family, just doing everyday things, really. But you know what? They feel pretty special to me.
And they have to pretend like they give a shit about each other. That's fantastic. The only thing that's special to this lady is the money she's getting paid for this commercial. Also, I wonder how many takes it took for them to both look at each other at the exact same time.
No. All right, I'm gonna count it, and then you're gonna turn. That'll be on the audio, though. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Like, it's gonna have to be a coincidence. I don't really give a shit how late we're here. We're doing this until it happens.
So have we seen the last of Amy? Is this the last chapter in her story?
I struggle with bipolar depression, and it's hard.
It's difficult to see someone you love struggle.
Hold on just a second. This is called Scott's story, but we've got Amy right here.
Scott is co-opting Amy's story for attention.
So this is the husband DLC version of the previous commercial. She really likes to paint with a very specific set of colors, doesn't she?
It's difficult to see someone you love struggle.
So this is a husband's take on his wife's depression, but they're all actors. What?
This is them marketing it to two separate demographics. The other one, which had Amy alone, until she was happy, and then she was miraculously married. But in this one, we need to portray what it's like for the married depressed person. So the spouse can feel like the commercials are also speaking to them because it's their issue. It's Scott's story this time. Scott's got a real story to tell.
I miss out on life's little moments. So I talked to my doctor, and he prescribed Latuda.
There are many forms of depression. Latuda is FDA approved to treat bipolar depression.
He's just been cut and pasted into the previous commercial. Like, it's the exact same commercial, but he's just been dropped in.
So you gonna get my wife Latuda? Or are we gonna find another doctor? We could just say the same thing, but from the husband's perspective. That's what we're doing here. Literally reusing. Like I guarantee you they did like 5 or 6 takes with the woman alone, and then we're like, okay, bring in Scott. Same doctor, same office, same Amy, just Scott's there now.
Which is different from other types of depression. In clinical studies, once-a-day Latuda was proven effective for many people struggling with bipolar depression.
Now you know they're married though, so they can cut to that earlier.
Amy is part of little moments with the family. And those everyday moments feel special to us.
Ask your doctor.
They
Okay,
did the head thing again.
Scott is less convincing than Amy. Let's just go ahead and say that. They're special to us. Scott, my man,
My buddy, my pal.
get some acting lessons. So we're gonna chop out the side effects and we're gonna play them together at the same time, okay?
I struggle with bipolar depression, and it's hard.
It's difficult to see
Miss out
someone you love
on life's
struggle.
little moments. I miss out on life's little moments. So I talked to my doctor. And he prescribed Latuda.
There are many forms of depression. Latuda is FDA approved to treat bipolar depression, which is different from other types of depression. In clinical studies, once-a-day Latuda was proven effective for many people struggling with bipolar depression. Latuda is not for everyone. Call your doctor about unusual mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts.
Spend time with
Amy
my
is
family.
part of little moments with
Just
the family.
doing everyday things, really.
And those
But you
everyday
know what?
moments feel special
They feel
to
pretty
us.
special to me.
Ask your doctor if once daily Latuda is right for you. Latuda is right for you.
Ah, that was good.
It's so great to see their totally different perspectives.
Like, we need a diversity of opinions here. The white woman and the white man, who apparently both think the exact same thing, need both to have a version of this. Literally down to the words. They're the same. They're literally the same. It's the same lines spoken, but instead of I, it's my wife in the other one. It's so shameless. They wrote one commercial and they're like, we can get 2 commercials out of this for 2 different demographics. One can appeal to the single women who are depressed because they're single and they hate themselves, and once they're on medication they can get married. One with the married people that hate each other. With medication they can like each other.
Does your wife stay in her bedroom all day and paint shitty paintings? Drag her to the doctor and get her on Latuda.
ASAP. It's you, bro. The problem is you. Obviously, depression doesn't have to have an actual cause. It's just these commercials don't do a whole lot to explain that situation. In fact, they kind of reinforce very simplistic views on everything. I will ask my doctor about this specific brand because it told me to, and I'll get on this pill and everything will be great from then on. If I'm single, I'll get married because people will like me because I'll like myself. Or if I'm married, I won't just completely hate existence. I don't know, like that's kind of the implication there.
Medication can be a great thing for mentally ill people, but it's certainly not a cure, and these commercials consistently act as if it is. They showcase two extremes: the Mad World, Tim Burton-esque life of a depressed person versus, oh, the sun is out, your life is idyllic and perfect. And that's just simply not how it works.
It's a condition. When you take allergy pills, are you cured of allergies? No, it's a treatment. It helps. The way these commercials portray it, it's as though you take the pill and everything is perfect. And it's not. Even if you don't have a condition where you need medication to aid it, nothing's perfect. Life isn't perfect. It's never perfect. And they try to make it seem like the reason you don't have a perfect life is because you're not on their medication. And that's a problem.
There's also the factor that people who are not mentally ill, they see these kind of commercials, and them not being able to directly understand what it's like to be mentally ill, they may see this and internalize it and think that, yes, this is how life is like when you're mentally ill. You take pills and suddenly your life is a fucking wonderland. And people who aren't mentally ill and aren't really knowledgeable about mental illness may see these commercials, absorb all of the messages, and carry the wrong view of mental illness.
A PSA that's funded by a mental health institute would not tell you to ask your doctor about a certain medication. They would tell you to ask your doctor what you can do.
These commercials could be mental health PSAs if it just ended at ask your doctor. They act like the beginning of the journey of you getting better is you asking for a specific brand of pill, and that's not it. The beginning is you getting into the doctor's office and talking to someone. It's got nothing to do with brands. It's you face to face with a doctor telling them how you're feeling. We're talking about an important medicine which can change lives and save lives. It shouldn't be branded and have to spend money on advertising and have to make up a logo and all this stuff. It's ridiculous. Usually with commercials, there's always a great alternate way that they could be selling their product, but with this, I just genuinely don't think this should be on TV at all. I don't think there's any right way to advertise pharmaceuticals. You should be prescribed what you're prescribed by your doctor, and that's it. It shouldn't matter what brand it is. Hell, maybe there shouldn't even be brands for pharmaceuticals.
That's a really good point, because brands are the starting point for lifestyle advertising, and this is not something that we should be advertising lifestyles in, but in a way we kind of are.
Well, they're selling a happy lifestyle.
Yeah, basically, you're sad. Do you want to be happy? You want to be happy, don't ya? Well, our specific brand can do that for you. It's like fucking Doritos up here. We got Mountain Latuda. Pound it down and you'll be happy.
Actually, wait a sec. To the pack, he just seems like a regular wolf. But inside, he is suffering. He has the depression. And wolves don't have doctors, so he's shit out of luck.